And speaking of torture, how about this ugly son of a bitch?
Hello, Mr. Pudge Fernandez. Welcome to Make a Right Left to Your TV, and sponsored by Top of the Bottom Pile. We're here to interview you because you've done some amazing things in your time in the comedy field, dare I say, entertainment world. Because you're a comedian, which is a performer, and also a promoter. Is that correct?
Comedian and slash promoter slash producer slash everything else in between, just to make it happen. That's what it's all about.
Let's talk about what we're here for, okay? Our show is definitely about the 3 needs of success, which is always network, market, practice.
Right.
With that said, what is the one thing that got you into comedy?
Bottom line, love, passion, something, it's that thing inside you. I mean, and not just comedy, but anything you want to do, where you want to go, what you want to be when you grow up. So that's just it. You want to do it and you want to be it.
What are some of the preconceived notions you had when you started versus where you see now?
Oh, preconceived? No clue. Nothing. There was zero. I didn't know nothing other than that guy's funny and I want to be just like him. He stands there behind the mic, he talks, people laugh, and that's it. That's the only thing. I think that's the only thing all comics know. It's just mic, stand, talk, laugh, and that's it. There is no, I don't know. It's just, that's it.
And then once you got into it, you were like, all right, I get it. There are certain things that need to be done to be where I am.
Wow. When I got into it, I felt like, because I was in the Army before, so I know what it was like to be that E1 private, brand new. You know, newbie, cherry, fresh off the tree, you know, you get treated a certain way. So, and comedy felt to me like the same way. I was in there, my heart was into it, I knew this was what I wanted to do, but nobody gave a shit. Nobody cared, these New York open mics are rough, and I went up there with all this enthusiasm, and the people looking at, like, you know, looking at me like, and what?
Another guy.
And here we go, another guy. And I'm like, hey, and I'm doing my best shit. And of course it sucked, which is fine. But it was very cold. It was very cold. It's like a fraternity. And I always felt like you have to earn it. You have to earn their respect. But in order to earn your respect, you gotta show your work. You gotta show your work ethic. You gotta be out there. Yeah. So you gotta prove yourself. You gotta get out there. You gotta be seen, and you gotta grind. And here's the best part: you can suck, which I did. You can suck, and you can suck over and over again. But there's the respect because they see you. You're sucking, but you're trying hard.
Yeah, you're working to get somewhere.
You're sucking, but I saw you at 3 mics on Monday, 2 mics on Tuesday, and a mic on Thursday, and again. You're sucking all over the city.
Yeah.
But I respect that. Because you're trying. You obviously want this. You suck. You still suck. But I'll talk to you.
Well, like comedians, the one thing they're not grasping is that it is a business, you know, no matter how funny you are. However, what you're talking about is get your name out there. It's really get your brand out there.
You gotta find your brand.
You definitely have to find your brand.
Oh God, it's like, no, that's the thing. That's one of the things about comedy. When you say, oh, you know, what did you expect when you went in? And we have no freaking clue. And then you eventually realize that you gotta figure your brand. You gotta figure out your market. You gotta figure out your voice. You gotta figure out who you know. It's not as simple. Like when I started, it was like just be funny. It's very complicated, and it takes years. I mean, I'm proud to say I am 8 years old in comedy. 8 years, yes, 8 years. And I still don't think I have a voice.
Your real name obviously isn't Pudge, but it's a part of your brand, and it's easy to remember Pudge.
I tell you what, before I started comedy, and it was just inside of me, I remember I'd drive through the city and I'd see the marquees to some of the comedy clubs, and I'd read the paper and see the comedy clubs and who's performing, and all I saw was names.
Yeah.
First name, last name, name. And I thought, you know, whenever I start this comedy thing, I don't know when, but I just don't want to be a name. And one of the decisions I made was when I first started officially, I only used my first name.
Yeah.
I did not want to use my first name. I only used my last name, excuse me. I
Oh,
only
so
used
you were
my
just
last
Fernandez.
name. Yes, because I was in the military.
Yeah.
So I was used to my last name. I actually got called by my last name for years. So I got used to it.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, let me go with just Fernandez. Just Fernandez. And I threw around something and I thought, what else can I add? I'm like, Chico Fernandez? And then one day, I was going, like, I guess I was spring cleaning, and I found a little football jersey. It was a flag football jersey that I had from the Army. We had a flag football team, and it was as plain as daylight. My name on the back of the jersey was Pudge. And it just hit me. It was like, this was a nickname that I got when I was in the Army. My roommate started calling me Pudgy, and then my platoon started calling me Pudge.
Yeah.
So I was Pudge. It made sense, and then that's, boom, Pudge Fernandez, and I've been that ever since.
My question is, if you could go back to the day you started comedy, what would your older self give advice, say to your younger self?
Don't take it personal. It's just practice. Suck away. Suck away. Suck, 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 suck. It's okay.
Yeah.
There's more to it than just being funny. See, I didn't know any of that. I didn't know any. I just wrote and I wanted to be funny. And just feeling comfortable. The first year is just have fun, suck all you want, and learn the comfort. And everything else will come into play. I took it so seriously and it hurt so much. I sucked, and I'm very proud that I sucked.
But thank you. No, that's really great advice. I appreciate you coming down to give us some of your insight and what's going on with you. And anyway, all right, that's Make It Right Left Here TV. I'd like to thank Pudge Fernandez. Thank you so very much. And I guess we'll see you around on the shows. And
Cool beans. Pudge Fernandez!
Oh dear.